Now available in paperback and Kindle Unlimited. John Haynes, the man with nothing to lose. The man who rules the world runs into the irresistible force of a man with nothing to lose in this action-packed, all-new John Haynes series adventure. Get the regular and variant editions of John Haynes, the man with nothing to lose on Amazon.com today. Former Florida gubernatorial candidate Andrew Gillum has decided to enter rehab after it was revealed that he was found inside of a Miami Beach hotel with a gay white male escort who was overdosed on crystal meth. And when I take a critical examination of your Andrew Gillum, it's clear to me that he is not entering rehab in order to deal with an issue as related to alcohol. He is entering rehab in an effort to rehabilitate his image after it was revealed that he was possibly engaged in a homosexual encounter. Now, when I take a further critical examination of your Andrew Gillum, he reminds me a lot of the Gerald character I wrote in my novel, A Recipe for Success. And in that novel, the Gerald character was one of these down-low homosexuals, and as a down-low homosexual, what he was looking to do was create an image where he appeared to be a straight man and had a heterosexual relationship with the Cassandra Lee character. But while he was pretending to have that relationship with Cassandra Lee, he was also out here engaging in homosexual affairs with men. And your Andrew Gillum fits right in line with that pattern and profile of a down-low homosexual man, because your Andrew Gillum, when he was running for governor of Florida, he was out here presenting himself as this idealized heterosexual black man who was married to a black woman and had a black family. But that image was just a smokescreen he created so that the world could see him as this ideal black man that everybody could get behind by being this good family man, this good father, and that image sold to the heterosexual masses. But if your Andrew Gillum were to have come out of the closet, what would have happened was he would probably not have gained the Florida gubernatorial nomination. He probably wouldn't even gotten out of the primaries in a conservative state like Florida. So your Andrew Gillum possibly may have had to think that he had to go on the down low in order to advance his career, because like many down low men, they believe that they need to have that heterosexual image of a wife and a family in order to move forward and get promoted and move their careers forward. So that's probably what your Andrew Gillum was doing as related to his image. And now he wants to go into rehab because that image has now been tarnished, because the sheets have been pulled back and people now see the truth regarding your Andrew Gillum. Now, your Andrew Gillum alleges that he was in that hotel room because he was depressed as related to losing the gubernatorial election from 2018 to Ron DeSantis. But when I take a critical examination of that statement, it just does not fit within any frame of logic. Now, I have been depressed over losing jobs, and I have been depressed over being fired from jobs. However, I have never thought to go into a hotel room with a gay white male escort and be in a room where this person is taking methamphetamines. That's just not what a heterosexual man does when he winds up losing something that is important to him, whether it be the loss of a family member, the loss of a job, or any sort of horrific trauma. Any heterosexual man is not going to want to go to some hotel room to be in the room with a gay white male escort while he is taking methamphetamines. Now, people in the gay community know that oftentimes when people go to these hotels like this and they are taking things like methamphetamine, that is in preparation for a homosexual encounter. That's the main thing from my research on my book, A Recipe for Success. When I was reading about down low men, oftentimes they would go out here to these little private places and like these hotels or these little spots somewhere, and they would go there, take these drugs like the methamphetamines to get high, and then they would engage in a homosexual sexual encounter. And that's what I believe happened right here with your Andrew Gillum, who they said was found vomiting in the bathroom and was practically supposedly drunk. But I believe, again, this was all as related to some sort of homosexual encounter, because in addition to finding the 3 bags of methamphetamines, they also found feces and blood on the sheets inside of that hotel room. So all of the evidence there is pointing in the direction of your Andrew Gillum possibly participating in a homosexual encounter with this white male escort. And the only reason, again, this escort would be there is if he was working. He would not be there just for the sake of being there because he's just a friend, because oftentimes on the nights, these gay male escorts, they tend to make very good money dealing with your men who are on the down low, because these men are willing to pay extra for these gay encounters, and they are willing to pay to keep these encounters discreet. So when I again look at this whole situation with Andrew Gillum, it's looking like he was one of these down low men. It was looking like he was looking to have a secret encounter with one of these guys, and he was looking like he was going there looking to score some booty on the side. And this is what it was looking like as related to pointing the evidence. Any gay person and people in the gay community, they know what's going on here as related to this incident. But your Andrew Gillum, he wants us to believe that it was all about the alcohol. But what I see is another down low politician, just like your Jim McGreevey here in New Jersey a couple of years ago. Now, your Jim McGreevey here in New Jersey, he was the governor of New Jersey, and a scandal came out on him. And your Jim McGreevey, after being caught in the scandal, he decided to resign his office, and he decided to come out as the gay American he actually was. Now, time will only tell if your Andrew Gillum will come out of the closet and be open about his homosexuality, but I don't know if he will, because your Andrew Gillum was being pushed as some sort of ideal black candidate in the same way Barack Obama was being pushed as an ideal candidate. So your Andrew Gillum has a lot more to lose as related to his professional reputation, and that's probably one of the reasons why your Andrew Gillum has decided to try to rehabilitate his image after this encounter in that Miami hotel room, because he believes that he may possibly be able to get things to blow over once he withdraws from politics and enters this rehab. He thinks he can probably rebuild his reputation, but I don't believe he can rebuild his reputation, because when I look at the evidence here, I see a down low man who was trying to be low down by trying to hide his homosexuality, and this down low man just does not want to admit what he truly is. So when I look at this incident, I see a down low homosexual man who just doesn't want to be open about being gay. And the only reason, again, he would be in that hotel room with that escort was not because he was depressed over losing an election. He was looking to try to score some easy booty from a working man. That's what he was looking for, but he won't admit this, and sadly, he's trying to, again, try to protect and preserve his image because he knows that without that heterosexual image, he will not be able to survive as related to his professional career as a politician, and he won't be able to be the puppet that the mainstream media and these corporations need, because in order for him to be that face, they need him to be this heterosexual black family man in order to appeal to the black voting bloc and the American conservative voting bloc in a place like Florida, and he won't be able to get those voting blocs if he came out of the closet. So your Andrew Gillum knows that his run for governor might actually be the end of his career, and this whole thing coming out just may be the end of him as related to politics overall. So this Andrew Gillum coming out, this incident where he is being revealed, it may possibly have practically destroyed him completely, because with him being exposed, he can no longer pretend to be a heterosexual black man. The whole world knows he's a down low man, and they know the lowdown on him and his dishonesty as related to his sexual identity. If you want to learn more about down low males, you can pick up my book, A Recipe for Success, on Amazon.com on Kindle format. And if you want to see me make more videos like this, you can donate to my Patreon, my PayPal, or my Cash App by clicking the links in the description box. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe.